Is AI an opportunity or a threat? Artificial intelligence, it's everywhere. From the phones in our pockets to the systems that power global industries. Some say it's the key to a better future, making our lives easier and our work more efficient. Others fear it's a ticking time bomb, set to replace millions of jobs and even make critical decisions for us. So, is AI an opportunity or a threat? In this documentary, we'll explore how AI is reshaping industries, uncover the ethical and security risks, and hear from experts and everyday people about their thoughts on this rapidly evolving technology. Is AI an opportunity or a threat?
Yeah, for the design part, there are so many integrations that are currently going on. Especially that one, I think, starts with like automatic like background removal, and I mean the Photoshop those days back in the like maybe early 2000 something. Actually, they have already added some AI features.
We see it as no different compared to using references, but as I've seen so far, a lot of mobile games particularly have been replacing artists and been using AI.
AI in the creative industry now it's progressing and still in development, and the role of AI is actually more focused to the workflow, more focused to generating ideas. So the thing that is making these creative people focus more on building something. So with AI, it helps this tedious process cut down by 50% and then make room for the designers to focus on other stuff such as the quality and the more creative idea in terms of themes, in terms of artistic value.
It made designers' life more easier, especially sometimes when you design a brochure or something, sometimes you have to find some stock photos, right? So back in the day, what you have to do is you have to either subscribe to a very expensive stock library and download those things. So right now, when you subscribe to Creative Cloud, Adobe Creative Cloud, it has the Adobe Firefly where you can just type something and generate those stock footages quickly, and it will give you 4 variations right away.
AI helps in creative industry, particularly in design in general, such as graphic design, interior design, and so on. And it actually helped again this tedious process where people are trying to generate ideas. That ideas need longer to create or longer to develop, and whereas the challenges here is more to the originality, as you suggest, and in your question, yes, originality for creating this work. Is it like a human work or is it AI works? However, AI are created by humans. Thus, it's like collaborative project between AI/human and then with the designers.
AI is enhancing, creative process. Let's say when you do a video production, the storyboards you can create using AI, right? You can, give some I'm not saying that we have to accept all the things that AI is saying, but it's something you can start with, right? To start, you have to start a video production or design. You need some, ideas, right? So that brainstorming session you can do with AI. That's a good part. But hindering means it's actually now the internet is loading with AI content, AI design. So which has created issues with the authenticity of the human created content and real content, like developed by artists.
I'd say it could be used as a reference, but most of the time it could be used to generate maybe a few ideas like that. I've used AI for using references for a while. If like I want to get maybe some ideas over the design or how things would look like. But even with the tools, the difficulty that I find is that their lighting tends to be inaccurate. The designs tend to be always having a very generic output, and so on and so forth.
Enhance the quality of idea, say, because we can use AI to generate image, and with that image, they can use it as a reference or mostly as a reference, or it can be an asset for the designers to improve more on the creative thinking. Whereas the second question is about the hinders. The hinders will be, I think there's not much of hinder, but mostly probably to the economic sectors where you need to buy these tools in order to get these benefits for the designers.
Still, there's a gap between the human created, designs and AI generated items. There are still lapses in AI generated content. Some, the faces are not clear. There are some issues. Some, when we generate some artworks, the text is not that much, clear. And there are still developers needs in AI to compete really with the human created artwork. So still there's human creativity still wins.
In terms of that, I see that a lot of people say that AI does improve human creativity. It basically allows people to express their ideas. But in this case, I think personally from what I've observed, people that use AI generally aren't creative, and it basically doesn't encourage them to be creative. Because if you actually are willing to learn a skill, you're also expanding your ideas.
Okay, this phenomena is actually have been in the creative movement already. I see this as a painter and photographer. Back then, a painter is the main source for photography, as not called a photographer at the time. But when the photography come into the world, then the value of art as a painter, as the one who draw face or portrait, is decreased because of the quality that photography can produce and much more faster. Which, if we look the comparison of this era where the artist or painter with the photograph is mostly the same as now, such as human and AI, which is we call AI is a better generative method. However, it's again back to the ideas. The ideas makes the value better, which automatically answer your second question. How does it going to be like line between these two AI and human together? It's already happened back then when the photography comes into our life, and then now AI comes into our lives, which not much difference because it focuses on the idea. Again, that's the idea made its originality, but the quality wise, of course, can be questioned. You still see the imperfection in AI, and whereas a human we sometimes also do imperfection things. So
yeah, as I mentioned earlier, now it's accessible to many, right? So there's gonna be a huge of AI content loaded to internet, and some contents are not, they are not real nice, right? There are so many fake contents are there, and there are so many fake videos as there. So there are some issues with the privacy of users. There are privacy of, sometimes they use AI content to manipulate some votes, especially in elections and all, especially in the political landscape. So still there are some laws and those kind of compliances should pass in some countries, but still they are in the process of adapting and those kind of things.
It will create a divide because democratization, I could say the same with like art tutorials. There are so much art tutorials that there is no excuse for people to not start expanding on the skill rather than using a tool that basically use databases of people's existing work. So I would say it creates a divide because from what we've seen, these AI tools have been invested by people that already have money, and the only reason why they're investing in this is because they could lay off more artists so they could earn more money.
Okay, this is a bit democratizing design here. I'm not sure what are you talking about, but I think you are trying to find out how will be it critical for a creative or design with AI are existed in our life. That's not much at this time, because right now as AI is thriving, human also striving to be in par with the AI tools, which we have this course of AI engineering, we have this course of AI prompt engineering, where people can learn it as a course to actually inline their skills with AI. So I would say the direction where people are going to AI is going to collaborate with AI to make a better outcome.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm also mentioned earlier. So there are so many ethical concerns that are rising right now, but because nowadays you can you can for like a popular character you can create something totally different design or totally different kind of realistic photo, right? So that can use against him like mudslingings and political things, especially in like Twitter and all. You can see so many those AI contents, deep fakes are there. So that's a raising concern, and some countries have adopted those laws, and still it's not accepted in like every countries. So there's a huge concern rising because of the AI content as well.
Ethical concerns, I think we've already seen the deep fakes going on, and that is one that I can't really say much because I don't know much about law, but as we've seen, people have been struggling to having to justify themselves in terms of something false that had been made. But it is no different than people making articles, making false rumors about them. I think with AI, it just makes that easier. So, but the only issue is that there should be a law against it.
Okay, so most of the AI tools have already implemented this ethical, where if you are using there's free version and also paid version. If you're using a free version, automatically it is belong to you. However, it is open source, people can use it, so you cannot claim as your property. So whereas if it's you pay for it, it will only be used for you, and then that generative image, for example, will not publicly open. So you can explore this in any of the AI platform, which once you generate some image, it will automatically post to the public. Where if you pay for it, then it will not post it publicly. But both of these methods can be used by you and can be used by anyone. So anything that you are using AI as your work cannot be claimed as yourself, because that is how AI works right now.
The skill you need to adapt to this new technology. You cannot survive without AI technology in the future. You have to adapt to that technology, and you have to you have to be good at that. We call it prompt engineering. So there are so many certification courses. It's not only for IT professional or anyone. It has to be for everyone, right? Nowadays, not only creative professionals like administrations, customer service, everything you have the AI is connected, right? So prompting engineering is one of good skill that you need, where you give the prompt and you get what you need. So, and adapting with these technologies and use these AI, all those tools as one, as a part of your creative thing that you are going to create.
A lot of people say that, we are going to use AI in the future and we are going to accept it no matter what, and we have to learn prompt engineering. But from what I've observed, it's mostly used by, again, large companies that want to fire a lot of artists. And if people that, I'm sorry, but I have to be very honest, people that use AI don't actually value art, because the outputs, no matter what, is always generic, because the logic of AI is actually use a whole range of database, and the thing is about being human is that we are very selective with what we want to put in. So one thing is that in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be a division between corporations and people that want to make genuine art.
I'm just going to answer your last question, where how does this skill set, which I already explained you, the first, I think the second question on the opportunity, which we have the course where we are going to learn how to engineer the AI, meaning engineer here, not like making AI, but learn AI and how to use it properly to produce a better outcome. So in the 5 to 10 years, they most probably have the improvement of existing AI and the new AI in coming days, where currently the trend for AI is AI agent, which is automatically is like a system that automates your system. Like, for example, if people send you a message, what this message content will be generated to ChatGPT or any of the AI, and then automatically maps out this map where it will answer the text for you based on your needs if people are texting you for a specific reason. So that is the recent system that has been implemented in AI world. So I'm not sure what will happen the next year. So there will be a surprise, maybe something that is unimaginable, something that is innovative.
After exploring both sides of the argument, one thing is clear: AI is not just a tool, it's a force that is changing our world. While it brings innovation, efficiency, and convenience, it also raises serious questions about job security, privacy, and ethics. The real question isn't just whether AI is good or bad, it's about how we, as a society, choose to develop and use it. So, is AI an opportunity or a threat? The answer may depend on us.